Arriving in town from the north on Main Street, after passing by Park Cemetery on the right, where James Dean was laid to rest, and at the corner of 2nd Street and Main Street, you'll see a small, well-kept James Dean Memorial Park. Here we find a Kenneth Kendall bust of James Dean, a sister to the one at the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, California. Today, in Part 2, Remembering James Dean, we venture to the Fairmount Historical Museum, housing the largest collection of James Dean's personal belongings. And a little bit later, we'll see another celebrity from the town of Fairmount. Fairmount, Indiana. Now, the merchants may have changed, but the town itself has remained basically the same. I believe Dean would recognize it even today. Here's a famous photo of Dean strutting along East Washington Street. Notice the 1881 bank building dome in the background? Mrs. G and I had to get into the act, and we stood in the same spot James did back in the 50s. Now, in the Fairmount Historical Museum, we see Dean's baby announcement, clothes, and blankets. Just below, his childhood train and numerous track and field awards. More items from his high school days. Look at the artwork on his assignments. Here we see his basketball letter sweater and his baseball letter sweater. In 1947, he received this Czech motorcycle for his 16th birthday. Notice the yellow tank? Apparently he painted it. You can see in the photo the tank is dark in color. I can just imagine seeing him buzzing around on the streets on that motorcycle here in Fairmount. In this case, are some things from his New York apartment. His bongos, conga drum, and the bullhorns and cape, seen in the photo at the right. His basketball team. The clothing he wore in the movie Giant: chaps, fringe jacket, custom belt buckle, jeans, and cowboy boots. Here's a painting by Kenneth Kendall of James. More photos and his 6th grade basketball uniform. This is the Triumph he bought just before he passed away. Now, it was said that he was in love with Pierre Angeli and wished to marry her, but her mom didn't much care for Dean's antics, and he wasn't Catholic. She eventually married singer Vic Damone. As the story goes, Dean sat on this very motorcycle outside the chapel, and when the pair came out, he gunned the engine and sped off. Now, this story was verified in an interview by YouTuber Scott Michaels of Dearly Departed Tours with Dean's cousin Marcus. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in watching this interview. This is the actual fence post Dean was leaning against in this photo during the making of Giant. The miniature windmill that you see here was actually made of wood from the actual movie windmill that Dean sat on during the filming of the movie. For a little bit more detail, check out Daze with Jordan the Lion. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Garfield? What does that cat have to do with anything here? Oh, that's right. Comic strip creator of Garfield, Jim Davis, is also a former resident of Fairmount. Now, the comic, first published in 1976 as John, went into syndication nationally in 1978 as Garfield, that lovely cat that we all know and love.